guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenna and this is going to be my 32-week pregnancy update. So if you are new here, what I do in these videos is I kind of go over the baby's stats and what's going on with her, my symptoms, and then sometimes doctor's appointments or other little tidbits of information. So in this week, I will go over the stats, my symptoms, and my doctor appointment visit, because now I go every 2 weeks, so I have some more information. I am again a little behind on this update. It is May 29th today, and I'm actually 33 weeks today. I was sick yesterday. I was going to film it yesterday, but yeah. Anyway, I'm still feeling a little bit sick, so sorry if I'm like less energetic or something. Okay, so I already measured my belly at the widest part off camera, and it was still 39.5 inches like it was in my 30-week update. At my doctor's appointment, I asked how much weight I've gained thus far in my pregnancy, and she told me 19 pounds, so I kind of thought I gained more than that just because I've been told a couple different things from both of my doctors. I see 2 doctors, and one says one thing and the other says another. So, but I looked at the chart and it was 19 pounds. So 19 pounds so far, which is pretty much average, I think. So this week the baby is about the size of a squash. It's around 16.5 inches and just about 4 pounds. Give or take a little bit. But now let's get into some of my symptoms. So I actually don't have too many new symptoms within the past 2 weeks, but there was a couple, and there's a couple that I wanted to update on, so let's do that right now. The first thing I can think of is now sleeping has been getting a little bit more difficult for me, so I didn't really have any issues with sleeping up until this point. I had a little bit of insomnia in like the very first weeks of pregnancy, but otherwise I've been sleeping fine, which I'm so thankful for. But in the past 2 weeks I've noticed I'll wake up and then not be able to fall back asleep for like an hour, and that's a little like annoying just because I don't like staying up in bed and just staring at nothing. But it's okay, I can deal with it, it's not too bad. Another thing is just getting really uncomfortable in bed. I can never be comfortable, like laying on my side is uncomfortable, laying on my other side is uncomfortable. I can't lay on my stomach, can't lay on your back, so I'm just getting a little bit uncomfortable at nighttime because I don't like laying down that much unless I'm like supported on the couch, but I'm not going to sleep on the couch every night. Along with the discomfort with sleeping, this isn't like with sleeping, but it's just in general, my back has been getting really sore and tight. It's not really uncommon. I think every pregnant woman gets back pain towards the end of pregnancy. We're almost there. I can handle it. It's okay. Another thing is I've been leaking colostrum, which is actually a good sign, I think, because that means I actually have stuff for the baby to eat. So if you don't know what colostrum is, it's the first meal, basically. I'm not explaining this in the correct medical terminology or anything, but basically it's the first meal your baby will eat before your milk comes in. So it's what your baby eats the day it's born, the next day, or however long it takes for your milk to come in. So that's actually a good sign, I think, because then I know I at least have colostrum. It's kind of gross, but yeah, I notice it mainly like in the morning. I'll wake up and that has happened. And then my last symptom is, I guess I'm not sure if it's considered a symptom or not, but I think the baby has turned head down most of the time, at least. Sometimes she still like lays sideways on my belly, but most of the time I've been getting really, really powerful kicks in my ribs, which is kind of painful, but it's also amazing how strong she is. Like, it's crazy. I was talking to my husband, I'm like, do you remember the first little kicks we felt? Like just little pops, like popcorn, and now it's just kicks, and you can feel feet and a butt and a head, and it's so crazy, but I love it. And no matter how painful that rib kick gets, I like it because I know she's doing all right in there. Now, following up on some symptoms from last week, we're gonna go into my doctor's appointment because I talked about a sharp pain in my side last update, and I did talk to my doctor about it this time. If you watched my last update, I talked about a really, really sharp pain in my side, and I didn't know what it was. So I brought it up to my doctor that it concerned me a little bit that my mom had placental abruption, and that is where my placenta lies, is where that pain happens. So I was telling her I was worried it was like starting to come apart from my uterus, which is what placental abruption is. I think I'm saying that right. But I told her that, and I told her the family history behind it and why I was concerned. And she said one possibility is that it could be just other muscles, so not the round ligaments, but other ligaments and muscles being stretched or something in ways that they're not used to. She said with a placental abruption, even a partial abruption, you would get a stabbing pain, but it would typically last a long time. It wouldn't just go away. And also you'd have bleeding most likely. So she said that it's probably not that. My concern was not out of the ordinary for that pain, I guess. She said that we could schedule an ultrasound to just check on everything and make sure that my placenta is still doing good. But I told her that I'll just wait till that pain comes again, and then if it does, I can go in for an ultrasound. But then she checked my uterus measurement. You know, they like measure how tall it is, and it was measuring 1 centimeter behind what it should have been. But she said that if it's within 2 centimeters bigger or smaller, then that's okay. But if at my next appointment it is still too small, then we might just do a growth ultrasound to check on the growth of baby, and then we check the placenta also. So that might end up happening just because I'm measuring a little bit behind. Oh, I am so out of breath. That's pretty much all from my appointment. A couple other things I wanted to mention in this video is that I've started drinking raspberry leaf tea. I got the okay from my doctor. I've just read a lot of good things about the tea, that it helps tone and strengthen your uterus. Not that it makes labor any easier, but it makes your contractions more purposeful, and people swear it makes it quicker. So I'm like, well, you know what? Let's give it a shot. It can't hurt anything. So I talked to my doctor, and I've been drinking a cup or 2 of that a day. On the box it says you should drink 3 to 4 cups a day, but I'm like, eh. My doctor okayed 1 or 2. She didn't okay 3 or 4. She said stick to 1 or 2. Then the last 2 things is we got everything in the nursery that we need now. We're just waiting on our glider. That thing took so long to find. We could not find one anywhere that was at a reasonable price that I liked or that had good reviews. They're seriously all like $700. So we got one off of Wayfair, which was $270. It was on sale. So I'm really excited for that to come. It's white, and I'll have to show what it looks like, maybe on Instagram or something. But I'm super excited for that to come. We put all the baby clothes away in some drawers. We just got some cute looking tote drawers for the closet instead of a dresser. It was much cheaper, and I don't really care that much. It's just in the closet. So yeah, we have 1 more shower before the baby comes, and then 1 more shower after the baby comes. So my next shower is in 2 weeks, and then after that we should be set on everything that we need, and then it's baby time. So yeah, I think that concludes this video. Again, if you want to follow along on the rest of my 7 short weeks, maybe shorter, maybe a little bit longer, of pregnancy until we meet our little girl, then subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'll link it in the description. And that's it. Okay, thank you for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye!